Hi, I'm Hanmak and I'll be your host on the Total Woman podcast. This podcast takes you on a journey through present-day womanhood, expectations, standards, and molds using Africa as a case study and comparing it to God's original blueprint of womanhood. Welcome to the Total Woman podcast. The Total Woman podcast addresses every woman, introduces the woman to the man, a fresh perspective, a fresh outlook on womanhood, devoid of gender advocacy. We'll be talking today about a balanced approach to childhood upbringing, and we're using the case study of a child from ages 0 to 9. And when you look at that age bracket, it's almost as if what could a child at that age know to do, and what differences can be obtained in comparison to the boy and the girl child. So when we say basic chores that a child gets to do at that age, you teach the girl to wash plates. You're conscious of the fact that the girl should learn to take care of herself, which in turn, it's at that stage that the child is taught to basically take responsibility for his or her actions, take responsibility for his or her neatness, her cleanliness, her uniforms, her basically everything that pertains to the child. But then the one thing that it's overemphasized when it comes to the girl is supposed to learn to keep her clothes neat because she's a girl. And the only explanation the girl gets is, you're a girl, which doesn't really inform her to some extent about what it really means to be a girl. Instead, it's like you're force-feeding ideals on her. So the pressure is introduced to the girl, who knows that she's supposed to be neat for some reason. She can't play like the boy should play. For some strange reason, she's meant to learn to wash plates while the boy gets to continue watching cartoons. They eat and she's supposed to learn to pick up after herself and also learn to pick up after her, could be her twin brother or her immediate younger brother, who is not also taught the same. So the standards vary from gender to gender, which in turn, again, another set of pressure that is instilled in the girl child, a level of perfection that is expected. So she's supposed to do all that, pick up after her younger brother, make sure her uniforms are not dirty, make sure her younger brother's uniforms are not dirty. So she is graduated from childhood into a caregiver, into motherhood, before she even gets to understand what it means in the true sense of the word. And so you have a girl at age 7, at age 5, who has a younger brother of age 2, is suddenly responsible for the younger brother without being allowed to experience the joy of childhood too. So she can't play because as I'm leaving, mom is leaving, I'm leaving with the responsibility of taking care of your younger ones. As mom is leaving, make sure the plates are washed. As mom is leaving, make sure. Put cartoon for your younger brother. Make sure he doesn't dirty the place. The girl child at age 7 is already being forced to mature, while the boy child at age 7 is, go and play, boy, go and play with your brothers. Don't worry, go and play and just get out of my hair so that I get to work. So the work culture that is introduced and instilled in the girl child is actually completely oblivious in the boy child, because is the mother's approach to it is, give me space, let me get to work. Don't interrupt me. I have a lot to do and you're in nuisance. So just go and play. Find something productive to do with your life. So unfortunately, they have the same age brackets, but the same mother. They have the same father, but they are not privy to the same privileges because of gender. So it has already been introduced into and instilled into her that I am different and I should approach everything differently, because it's like this is a cancer to be a girl. Actually, it's a sickness. That sickness that I have called female gender makes me stand out. So I don't get to enjoy normal childhood like my brothers do. So a pressure is already, so you see, it's like an identity that has already been given to her, not giving her the opportunity to experience it the way others are experiencing it. So it's like her childhood is robbed off. So you find the only time I get to be a child is when I look forward to going out, so that the responsibilities of home are not, since I can't carry them forward. I look forward to going out. I look forward to going to my friend's place. I look forward to going to holiday, so that, you understand, sometimes it wouldn't hurt to actually just find help. But the reality of the mother's approach to it is she genuinely needs help. She's catering for the child, not one child, the children. She's also trying to catch up on the work in the house. She's trying to catch up on her husband. She's trying to catch up with work. That's if she's a working class woman. She has to go to work too. So she's juggling so much and genuinely needs help. But then why not get help in the true sense of the word, rather than maturing your daughter before her time and making her feel the stereotype so acutely at that tender age? The balanced approach, which means that the man already has an advantage. Your son automatically has an advantage over your daughter. She's not allowed to make the mistakes that the boy gets to make. She's not allowed to, because she is a woman. So the mold is already forced. So she has to accept it and live it. So then the question poses the question, at what point does the girl child get to be just a child? At what point does the girl child just get to experience childhood in its true form, that she gets to play and be dirty? She gets to be able to wear what she wants to wear, play and go and play ball without saying, this play is not for girls. This play, boys that play this kind of rough play. Girls are supposed to be more comported. What if she's going to be a sportswoman? That's to find passion in its raw form, and the advantage that the man has, the boy child has over the girl child, it's that he gets to find himself early. He gets to discover what he loves to do, and he's encouraged to do that. He has a safe space to be able to explore all of that. To be rough, he gets to explore that. To be unruly, he gets to explore that. But the girl is already tamed, so it's like almost as if raising two children, but not getting the opportunity to know the girl, but understanding the boy. So automatically the bias is introduced that a man is supposed to be studied while a woman is told what to be. So at best, we find mothers just tolerating a little expression, true expression from the inside, just a little of it, because she can only give what she has. And guess what? It's passed on from generation to generation. That's all she knows too. So you don't really blame her. That's all the woman knows. So she's passing on tradition. She's passing on wisdom that she obtained from her mother, that her mother obtained from her grandmother. So the question then is, at what point does the girl child find expression? At what point does the girl child get to just be her? Just experience nothing. That moment of nothingness that comes with no expectations, no reason to be tidy, no work waiting for me. I don't have to look after somebody. I'm just me. Because guess what? She gets to be a mother in the future. She gets to be a wife, and there's no break from that. So if she starts it early, at what point does she find rest and true fulfillment and a voice? Who then listens to that girl? I think above all, it's when we say a balanced approach, we're saying we need to take time to actually think through this. Not insisting that there's a clear-cut way to raise them, but wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be beautiful that she also finds expression, that the girl child gets to find expression, and that the mother who is also a woman, who gets to think through it without bias, also gets to encourage her daughter to find expression. That's the whole concept behind the total woman. We're saying a different approach to womanhood, a different approach to life, a different approach to motherhood, a different approach to girlhood, a different approach to everything that pertains to womanhood. Just maybe it could be more fulfilling. Just maybe we could find more joy. Just maybe in expression, you're able to rediscover yourself and rediscover your daughter, rediscover your sister, rediscover your wife, and a more productive relationship between girl and father, girl and brother, girl and husband, girl. Find your inner girl and express yourself.